Good evening, all of you. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you, ma'am?
Fine. So last time what we did, we talked about the internet and networks and all that, right? And email,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So today you have your last theory session, and that is block 3, unit 3, and that is on e-learning, right? So what is e-learning? Anybody knows?
The thing we are doing.
Right. So anything which is done electronically in the form learning which is done electronically on the internet, right? That is known as what? E-learning, right? So e-learning is one of the most used terms on the internet that describes any form of learning that is facilitated academically by the electronic means. So such means may be in the form of multimedia rich contents, maybe a videos, right? Web-based lectures and web-based tutorials or training programs. So what we are doing right now is a kind of e-learning, right? E-learning is strongly supported electronically by the administrative, academic and assessment processes. So right now, generally because of many issues also, like because of COVID also, we have gone into much into e-learning and all the internet-based things, right? So some of the activities which you do electronically using websites can be you can see the multimedia-based contents, or you can provide assignments like you are doing it, and conducting online tests or lectures or discussions through web conferencing, feedback on students' work, student progress report or faculty. So these kinds of things can be done now online, right? So some of the major advantages of e-learning, what are the major advantages? It allows creation and fast update of online contents, right? So your online contents is fast updated. So that is one of the advantage. You may use the content at your own pace and convenience. That means you can see the content as and when you require. You can see the videos as and when you want to, right? There is no time restriction, and e-learning also provides the possibility of standardization of content that can be changed much faster. So you can also, e-learning also provides you a possibility of standardization of content, that this content or normal system which we study offline mode, right? There the content changing criteria is very not very fast, because there you have a set of syllabus which you have to follow, and there is no such kind of thing that your syllabus will be changed in an instance, or your content will be changed in an instance. So it has the potential of providing new learning opportunities. So you can learn new things, or new learning opportunities will be there. It has the possibility of students interaction. The students can interact also, and flexibility of program or course management, such as students may choose courses of their choices. So there are number of choices available in the online mode, which course you want to do. So you can choose from that, right? And it allows creative development of new courses in specific areas. So right now some specific areas are being developed, on which courses are also being developed. So they allow creative development also. The new courses which were not earlier there in the market or somewhere, now you have on the online mode very such kind of courses. And e-learning brings people together and allows sharing their experience and thoughts. So in e-learning, you can bring people together, then you can share your thoughts and experience and whatever you can say. So online mode brings many things near us. See, like all of you are from different states. You are not residing at one in one state, right? So all of you are from different cultures, different states, so you are interacting, so you are sharing your experiences, your thoughts with each other. So you can do an e-learning program from anywhere in much easier way. So an e-learning program can be done from anywhere, like we are doing it, right? We are sitting wherever we are sitting at our home or office or wherever, and we are doing this e-learning program at our own place, right? It allows expanding boundaries and gain knowledge without having to leave home. So basically, you're not leaving your home, but you are having you have expanded your boundaries and you are interacting with a lot of people and having knowledge from e-learning, right? Overall, in general, e-learning allows saving of resources, and do saving of resources also happens, right? Right or wrong? You don't have to go to a place like your study center or your college or something, right? And you don't have to buy buy books or something like that. Everything is available online, and you just have to go to your online mode and access it and study, right? So you are saving resources also, na? Your travel expenses are also saved.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Some of the key
Yes,
requirements for
ma'am.
a good e-learning system. What are the key requirements for a good e-learning system? What do you require? So a successful e-learning system depends on good student interaction, self-motivation of individuals. A student has to study in an effective manner. This is essential as there is no teacher or to motivate or drive the students. Actually, what we are also doing a teacher-student mode. But generally, what the e-learning thing is that you study yourself, right? So the most important requirement in a good e-learning system will be that the students are motivated, students have good interaction, and self motivation is there so that they study and motivate themselves to learn certain technologies or learn certain e-learning contents, right? So e-learning basically is not teacher oriented thing, it is a self learning thing where you want to do a course and you see videos, you see online lectures and all that, and then you learn from that's the most important thing. Right. So what are the processes of e-learning? So there are many processes, like you have an content management system or an LMS system. LMS is learning management system, which you get, all of you are generally logging into the LMS system, right? Learning management system, right? You have a username, password created in your learning management system. You whatever content is there is in your learning management system. Whatever topics, contents, animation, videos, whatever will be there will be in the learning management system. Your assignments, whatever, and you access that through by giving your username, password. So these system help in recording information about you, such as time spent by you on a topic, marks scored by you in feedback quiz, whatever. So such kind of thing, if a university or college applies to the e-learning process or the LMS system, all those things will be applied, can be applied on the LMS, right? So that is the prerogative of the university, what all things they want in the LMS system or the content management system, right? So, so the e-learning process will begin with login, right? Content access and assimilation. That means you access the content and see what all are your syllabus and what is you have to study. Undertake formative assessment online. If your learning management system or later on has such kind of a thing where your assessment will also be done online, like objective questions or something like that, that can also be done. Then formative assessment using assignment and discussion. So you are doing already the assignments, right? Getting the feedback on formative assessment and working towards achieving learning outcomes. You can also get feedbacks on your formative assessments, and you can also gain or come to a goal where you want to achieve some learning outcomes. So you can do that. Communication with the student through various means like email, chat, SMS, and other means. So this is also one of the possibility of LMS. Go through a summative assessment, measuring the effectiveness of e-learning and performance assessment, recording student achievement and certification. So basically, these are the things which generally a e-learning process will have. You have to log in, you have to access the content and understand or assimilate it, and then your formative assessments will be done. You can have assignments also. You can have feedback also on your formative assessment, and then you can communicate through email, chat, or SMS and other means. And you can have a summative assessment, that is the end of your course or something, and your performance is assessed on the summative assessment, and then you have achieved and you will get a certification. So this is what e-learning process is generally there. Then e-learning content development. How e-learning content is developed, which is a specialized activity actually. So e-learning content can be developed by professionals who are either teaching or who are doing certain kinds of content development already. So the quality of e-learning relates to achievement of the objective of the content by the learners. Better quality e-learner content can be created if you follow a proper process of e-content generation. So just hold on for a second.
Ma'am, we can't hear your voice, please.
Sorry. Okay, so we were talking about e-learning content development process. So how content is developed in e-learning, that is what we were doing. So basically, first and foremost, you have to analyze what content you have to make. Then you have to design the content. Then you have to develop it, and then you have to verify it. This is the process of e-learning content making, right? What is a prototype? Do anybody knows what is a prototype? Yeah, so it's a blueprint. An early stage model you will create, you will analyze what content you have to make, then you will design the content, then you will develop it, then verify it. If certain problems or certain things are not there which you required in the content, then again you will analyze it. That means it is a repetitive process until you get the final result. Do you understand? A prototype is a blueprint which keeps on analyzing, designing, developing, and verification of your e-content until you get the desired result. So that is done. So in the analysis phase, you require identifying the learning objectives for the development. That what content you want to be developed and who are the target audience for whom you are developing this content. Like for financial thing, you are making a e-learning content. Technological things, you are making an e-learning content. Then you also have to see how much time is there for making this e-learning content. All these things have to be analyzed. And then in the design phase, you will design the content. You can have graphics, images, videos, animation, and apart from your text content, you will have all these things also developed. So that will be your design phase. You will develop all the questions also, all the e-learning content, everything will be developed here. And then in the implementation phase, that is your your implementation phase is there. That is development phase, right? Develop phase, that brings the design to live course material. That means now your design has been developed and now it will be taken it as a full content or live post, right? And it will help the experts in the for this phase, including content expert, graphics, interaction designer, web designer, that what all more improvements can be done in the content. So here you will give it to the users so that they are prone, like alpha version or something is first released and then the beta version is released, that kind of a thing. So first they will release it, then they will see if some certain things have to be added in the content or not. Then verification phase is there. That means during the verification phase, the contents of produced can be tested to determine if it is conveying what it is expected to convey. So verification means verifying the content, whether what you required and what type of learners will learn this content. Are they is the content made that way or not? So that is what verification is. So these are the phases, right? How you will develop your content, right? And you'll analyze, design, implement, and verify that. Then there are certain example of e-content and support, like IGNU has your ignuonline.ac.in virtual classrooms are there in ignuonline.ac.in. There are virtual classrooms where there are different kinds of content or different types of classes which are virtually going on, and you can attend that, right? Then so they are saying there is a virtual classroom for cyber law. So somebody is seeing cyber law on the IGNU website, ignuonline.ac.in. Then the second platform that is under development of IGNU is based on IGNU Wiki, which is supported by the Moodle, like learning and content management system. So Moodle is also another, we'll talk about it later, Moodle will also come. So Moodle is another kind of a learning content management system, which is also the IGNU is following that platform also for e-learning management. So there are instruction delivery here, and Google Open Course Guide is there, learning activities, exercises are there, online test, evaluation, exam and evaluation, assessment, and feedback to the learners. This kind of a thing is also being developed, right? So here stands for judging the gap between set instructional objectives in a learning module, such as a unit or a block, to the understanding achieved as measured by the self-test. So basically here J is a block of content, and how the instruction delivery or the teacher will teach, or classroom delivery will be there, video lecture will be there, self instruction will be there. That kind of delivery will be there. and then your learning activities will be there. Then you can perform your test and all that, and then feedback and your assessment will be there. This kind of a thing is also being developed. And then IGNOU Open Course Guide is also there. The Open Course Guide is an extended version of your program guide. The objective of introducing Open Course Guide is to help students with information about the course and also provide information on good supplementary content. So basically, there is also Open Course Guide is also being developed where you will get all the information about, like a program guide. You'll get all the information about your course, and plus you will get information on the supplementary content which you can read for the topics given there. Then online or self-test and feedback to learners is there. Good education system will always do that. That they will give you online self-test, like on the LMS they will make a platform for online self-test, and then a feedback will be given to you. Then assessment is there. You will be assessed, right? Formative assessment feedbacks will be there, so you will be assessed on your practice sessions or your group discussions on your assignments, on your term papers, whatever, right? So that is there. Then examination and evaluation is there. After your after all these things, you will be your exam will be conducted, whatever format the exam may be, descriptive or objective, and then you will be evaluated on the basis of that online exam or whatever. Right. So Google is, or I'm sorry, IGNOU is also making this content management on Moodle platform also. So what is Moodle? Moodle is Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. So Moodle's full form is Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. So it is a free and open source e-learning software platform. It provides feature for learners and content management. In the past decade, it has become very popular for the delivery of e-learning content and student management. You can get access to information related to Moodle on moodle.org. So if you want, you can get information on that. So that can be done. So this is an open source platform where each university or college or something can develop their own learning management system. Right, to access Moodle and learn about it from the Moodle website, you may need to create an account. So account has to be created to know about the Moodle technologies and Moodle things, right? So Moodle may be attributed primarily to the fact that it is free and it allows dynamic content creation facility. Dynamic means what? You can keep on changing your content, right? That is dynamic content creation facility. It has a number of tools available for managing number of students online. In addition, content management, Moodle provides a number of tools for building interaction among the learning community. So that is there. Then the best way to learn Moodle is read tutorial on Moodle from the Moodle website. So that is there. So advantages and what are these are the platforms they are giving that you can go for content development on these platforms. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of e-learning? We have already seen the features of e-learning, that it allows possibility of course material, but that require constant support of a course team. That means if you want to develop course material, then you need a team which keeps on uh, updating the content in the content development, right? That is one thing. The level of participation of students in learning may improve as it provides anytime, anywhere learning, but in any case, the student has to be motivated by the course team from time to time. See, students have what you say a thing that whether you give them this anytime anywhere learning, still the students have to be motivated, because generally nobody wants to study actually. So if you have joined a course, so there should be some person who is guiding you or motivating you from time to time. The team has to motivate that please go through the content and study and this and that. So that kind of a motivation is required in e-learning system. Right. So e-learning does improve the IT skills of individuals and may improve their time management skills also. So e-learning is also improving your IT skills. That means your online how to use online things. IT skills are getting improved. Your computer skills are getting improved, and also you are also managing your time on that. The content like recorded lectures may be viewed by a student at any time. However, the interactive support that requires teacher at other end may still be available in slotted time only. So basically, videos are available. Your recorded lectures are available for you to see or see the content. But the lectures by the teachers are at a slotted time or a specified time, like we are having, and for interaction, right? It allows you to measure student activities very easily, but beware, too much of interference in student style of learning is not advisable. So it allows you to measure the student activities very easily, but too much of interference in student style of learning is not advisable. That is one thing. E-learning gives flexibility in curriculum, design and reuse of content. However, the expert team has to work constantly to make that happen. So basically, it gives you flexibility in curriculum design. So you have the flexibility that how to reuse the content, what else new things you can add in the content, and that the expert team keeps on constantly working on that. And the general understanding of e-learning as cost-effective mechanism is often misleading. That it is a cost-effective mechanism. Please know that first e-learning is about teaching learning process. Any good teaching learning process is rigorous and requires substantial cost. Yes or no? But we think that e-learning is very cost effective, that means inexpensive, but that is not the case. It is not inexpensive. If from the point of view of a university or a college, they have to buy a server, they have to maintain the student records in the LMS, they have to maintain the contents in the LMS, right? So that requires a cost, a team for course development, for different things, right or wrong? So it is not a cost-effective mechanism. It requires a lot of substantial cost to do that. So that is what e-learning is. Do you understand e-learning, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now, what is electronic educational resources now? So there are many resources available online, like you have encyclopedias, dictionaries, digital libraries, educational resource databases, right? Electronic books are there. So on the website or your internet, you have many electronic educational resources also. So what are these electronic resources? You have ACM Digital Library, EBSCO database, IEL Online, JS Store, Lawyers Collective Magazine, Lecture Note in Mathematics, Math, Science Net, Project Muse, ProQuest, Springer, Link, Taylor and Francis. These are the websites where you will find e-journals and databases. Then you also have WTO e-library indexing and abstracting databases, Lisa and JGate. E-books are also there, Credo references, Idea references, source, Net library. So there are many e-learning e-books are available, library also available, and e-journals are also available. Right? There are different kinds of websites for that. Right? Then one of the resource thing is Wiki. Right? Wikipedia. Have you heard about that? Right? Wikipedia. So wikis are a powerful tool for creating collaborative knowledge resource created by the community. A wiki is a page or collection of web pages designed to create and edit content. So basically, you can also edit the content in wiki. Yes or no? In Wikipedia.
Yes, ma'am.
So they are web pages which is designed in a way that you can create or edit the content. Wiki supports hyperlinks and has simple text syntax for creating new pages. Wikis are also used to create websites to enhance the features of community websites and for knowledge management. The collaborative encyclopedia Wikipedia is one of the best known wikis. It contains very large number of articles, all created and moderated by the community. Ward Cunningham developed the first wiki software, that is WikiWiki Web, in 1995. So this was the first wiki software. Then they created this website, that is Wikipedia, right? So what are the characteristics? Wiki invites all registered users to edit any page. So you have to be a registered user. You have to log in into you have to create your account and then log into the wiki website, and then you can edit the content of the page, or you can also create a new page. And wiki promotes meaningful topic associations between different pages by making page link creation very easy. So you can also have different topic associations, also different pages link can be added on your page. And Wiki promotes discussion and also keeps the history of changes of a document, that what changes have occurred in the document, that history is also created. So you can write documents in a wiki using a markup language. What is a markup language? A markup language like HTML, hypertext markup language, which lets you make a web page, right? HTML is a language which lets you make a web page which can be displayed on the browser, which is a page on the website. So you can see a wiki page using web browser. Wiki pages are connected through hyperlinks. So in general, a wiki is database for creating, editing, browsing, and searching for information. That is there. So another example of wiki is Vidyadhara, also called the IGNU Open Course Guide, IOCG Wiki. So this is also created on Wiki platform, that is IGNU Open Course Guide, and the website name is vidyadhara.ignu.ac.in/wiki. Right, that is also another platform for wiki-like things you can do. So Vidyadhara is a website that uses specific wiki software for user creation and editing of web pages. In case of IGNU, the wiki software used is in Media Wiki, the same software used by the famous Wikipedia. So it is a simple system that enables creation of web pages without knowing the hypertext markup language. It requires only common word processing skills and knowledge of some media wiki tags to work. Vidyadhara may be used in the future for administrative and academic activities such as curriculum development, compilation of documents, keeping daily records, as well as personal information, developing learning material in a collaborative manner. So basically, they have created a Vidyadhara using Wiki's software, that is Media Wiki, and they have created it. You don't require to know the hypertext markup language, only word processing skill. That means you should know how to type and all that, and some knowledge about Media Wiki tags, what are there. So you can create that, and so this Vidyadhara is being created by IGNU. And Vidyadhara will provide the following information about various courses: course objective, course content map, sequence of learning module, course support, course counseling details, course calendar, assignment, uploaded, course evaluation, reference, web lectures, right? So these instruction, team and contact details. So these things will be provided on the Vidyadhara. Another website. Please mute your mic. Right. So these are the e-learning things which is there, and Wiki is there, Wikipedia. Then collaboration. What are collaboration? Collaboration is defined as an act or process of working together on a project or some intellectual activity. Yeah, right? When you collaborate, that means what? That you are working together on some project or some thing or some intellectual activity, right? To solve that particular thing, right or wrong? That is collaboration, right? The world is increasingly become globalized on issues like environment protection, control of terrorism, international business, learning, etc. In such changing circumstances, even the scientific explorations have become collaborative. Thus, in this global world, role of internet tool is to enable collaboration among people. From this perspective, chat, news groups, wikis, all are some basic tools for collaboration. So these are all tools for collaboration. Basically, you do group discussions, you share your information on different platforms. So you can chat, you can news groups are there, wikis are there. So collaboration involves both communication and sharing of ideas. Modern day science to certain extent has become collaborated. Today you may find a number of research papers co-authored by many people staying at geographically diverse places. So basically nowadays many research papers you will find which are co-authored by people who have collaboratively done that project. They are not residing at the same place. Geographically they are at different places. So that is collaboration. So what you can have different areas of collaboration, like on science you can have health sciences, you can have on environment studies, you can have whatever on learning also, learning management or technology also you can have. So most of the tools used on the internet can be used for some form of collaboration. However, we would like to show an example of collaborative tool, that is Google Docs. Why Google Docs is a collaborative tool? Can anybody tell?
Ma'am, we
Google
can edit
Docs.
the document. We can edit the document on the Google Drive or Google uh,
Yes. So
server.
on the drive, if you have
We,
given the Google Docs with all your group people, if you are created a group and you provide that group with this Google Doc and they want to edit some content in that or add some content, so Google Doc is the best option for collaboration. Yes or no?
yes, ma'am. Multiple user can connect the same file,
Yeah.
edit the
Or
same.
Google Docs, you can have a document also, Excel also, PowerPoint also, whatever is there. So, for example, you want writing a research paper with few other writers. You may create a draft report that may be edited by other writers online. Please know that in such a case, all of you are working on the same document. Please know that this document may be a spreadsheet or presentation or just text document. Yes. So that kind of a thing is collaborative. So Google Docs is one of the options. So they are just giving you the screenshots of that. Similarly, such kind of collaborative activity exists in Microsoft Office 2010 and Adobe Acrobat also. In addition, there are many tools available on Windows and Unix for collaboration. Right. Another software that can be used for collaboration is Google Wave. It allows you to a shared web space for discussion or working together in a group. So there is another collaboration software that is Google Wave, right? On that you can create your web space or for discussion and working together in a group. You may use text, photographs, maps, etc. for this purpose. The software also combines collaboration or with email, chat, messaging, etc. The following figure shows a simple screen of Google Wave. So this is Google Wave. So you can have a chat kind of a thing also. Text can be shared, whatever can be shared on this. This is another collaborative software apart from Google Docs. Then Media Wiki, we had talked about Media Wiki is another software, IOCG that is IGNOU's website. IOCG Wiki has been developed by IGNOU on this platform only. It is very simple tool that allows multiple people to make commit changes in a document. It keeps a version of each change. Many universities have used this software to develop a collaboration space. So MediaWiki is also one of the softwares for collaboration. Then Zoho is another one. Zoho is a division of Zoho Corporation, a US-based software company. Zoho is a very good site for collaboration. It not only allows simple mundane tasks like group editing, document sharing, group chat, etc., but also provides some management tasks like milestone tracking, invoice creation, and other team tasks, right? So Zoho is also another kind of a collaboration software where you can edit the documents, share the document, chat, group chat, but also you can manage the milestone, that is your timeline for doing the project or doing the document editing or whatever, and you can also create invoice creation and other team tasks. So that is Zoho. That is also a collaborative software. Right. Then there is volunteer computing also. Somewhat similar concept to collaboration is the concept of volunteer computing, where you allow your hardware resources to be used for the purpose of some online project. Right. So what you are doing in volunteer computing is that you are allowing your hardware resources to be used for some online project. One such project that is hosted by Space Science Laboratory at the University of California, Berkeley is for search of extraterrestrial intelligence called SETI at the Red Home. So this project employs a software platform called Bionic that you need to download in case you wish to part of the project. Once you become part of the project, then your computer executes some of the data that is constantly being received from sensors. This project has paved the way for volunteer computing, but has not located any extraterrestrials so far. So what is this volunteer computing is that you are giving your hardware resource for the purpose of online project. So you to be the part of that online project, you have to like in for this SETI at the rate home project, you have to download the Bionic software on your system, and then you are part of that project. If you are part of that project, then voluntarily you can help the project to be taken care of. Like they are searching for extraterrestrial so far, but they have not found any extraterrestrial so far. But this is one of the things. So the website is seti@home.berkeley.edu. So researchers in Taiwan are making an attempt to use volunteer computing to visualize earthquakes. So same way, researchers are also in Taiwan are making attempt to volunteer the computing to visualize earthquakes also. Right, so that is there. So these are all collaborative softwares. Right, then you have social networking. So what is social network? What is a social network? You do nowadays you are all doing social networking, yes or no? Right, so what is a social network?
And it is a type of communication between two or more people via internet.
Yeah, so basically network, so you know that interconnection of computers, right? When we talk about a network, it is interconnection of computers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is social network is that all individuals are connected with each other through a network, yes or no? Like I am connected with you, right? We are connected on WhatsApp or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what? That is a social network or not? Through
Yes,
network,
ma'am.
we are connected individually, we are connected in a group or whatever. So that is social network. So social network is a network of individuals which have some sort of interdependence on each other. Like we are interdependent. Why? I am your teacher, you are students, so we are discussing certain things. We are also sharing some content. Yes or no? So there is interdependence on each other. So the interdependence may be in the form of friendship, kinship, common causes, and so on. Can be anything. Friendship also, you create your friend group also, right or wrong? So learning groups are created, friends group are created, family group are created, whatever can be, it can be. The social networking service may be offered through a website on the internet. Some of the popular social networking services are, earlier it was Orkut, but now Orkut is not so famous. So now it is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, right? Generally, all the people are on then that. Instagram is also there, right?
That.
So you also have MySpace, Friend Finder, Yahoo 360, Classmates, and many more. So you need to register on the social networking site in order to use it. Some of the features provided by these services are creation of a profile page of your own, informing others about the information that you would like to share about you, viewing the profile page of others, creating your own network of friends, searching online friends, putting your albums online for your friends, sharing your thoughts and experiences, sharing of audio, video, maybe through YouTube or whatever, right? So this is what you do on social networking. So basically, social networking helps in what? It has created a new way for information and knowledge sharing. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So it helps in generating large-scale public response to emergency situations that may occur during disaster. Suppose some disaster has occurred, you have mobiles, you have WhatsApp groups created and all that. So you get instant information that this what is what do you require to do, what is the problem happening outside, right or wrong? So you get real time information. So nowadays the places where too much of earthquakes, twisters, typhoons, storms, this and that are occurring. So there also the government is using these services to inform the persons that this is there. So you should be at a safe place at whatever things are informed to them. Right. So this is what social networks help you in. But social networking sites can be sometimes potentially unsafe. Why? Why are they unsafe?
Privacy issue.
Yeah, privacy issues. If you share some confidential information on the sites, then what will happen? Then everybody will be knowing what you have done, right?
That also for.
So misuse, first and foremost thing is that such services are for some reasons. These services are for some reason. You should not misuse that. Right, so there are security policies for each. Nowadays, India has already applied security policies on Facebook and all that, right? WhatsApp and all, they have to follow the Indian rules, right or wrong?
Right, ma'am.
So you do not share your account related information such as username, password. Always scan your computer for viruses and spyware. Do not add strangers as your friends about whom you are not sure. And always make sure to sign out once you have done your intended activities. Restrict the individuals who may see your profile. Do not use bad or aggressive vocabulary on such websites. Do not allow people to use such sites for unlawful purposes. Right? So these should be taken care of. So that is what your social network is. What is a blog? Blogging sites are also there, na? What is a blog? Anybody knows what is a blog?
And people create their own websites on the blog.
Same.
They create blog spots where they tell about
It's not your
themselves.
website actually. It's blogging. Blog is a website where entries are written as information or news on a particular subject. So if you are part of a blog, you are logged in a blogging site. So you will have your thing like you can give a blog on food if you are interested in food. You can give a blog on e-content or some technology things you want to write. You understand? So you may choose any subject and you can write a blog like they are saying food, health or information about new dates, whatever. So blog may combine text, images or other media components. However, most blogs are textual. Generally, they are textual. They may also provide links to other web pages or blogs. In addition, blog allows you to leave comments in an interactive format. Blogging is becoming increasingly popular among students as it allows you publish and keep record of your ideas over time. In addition, you may get some useful comments on your ideas, maybe from the teacher or your peer group or other people. A blog need not be restricted to a single author. It can merge different kinds of ideas, including fellow students, teachers, and subject specialists. So there is a blog called edu.blogs.com, educational blog it is. So you can share your things on education. So like there some content is who is Ian McIntosh, right? Ian McIntosh. So these kind of things are there. So there are different kinds of blogs available to which you can give your select your topic and you can give your own content on that. So there are different kinds of how to start your own blog is a good blogging service provider you have to see. We may select blogging service providers like LiveJournal, Blogger, WordPress.com, Xanga, Tumblr and Webs. Most of these services provide templates for creating and publishing blogs. You may also be able to choose colors and layout for your blog. You can make a blog public or private based on your requirement. Any private blog may be password protected. Make few sample postings and test your blog for the look and feel. After completing the blog, publish the URL of your blog on your website. Visit and leave comments on other blog, leaving your blog address so that they can also make a visit to your blog. Update your blog frequently. So this is what is there. So you have to have a blogging service provider. So there are websites which are providing you blogging services. Do you understand? What are the issues while blogging is? Blogging may result into some unforeseen consequences, including legal liabilities. Therefore, you should be very careful while blogging. You should never release any confidential information about you or any other person or organization. Please do not use any defamatory language against anybody in a blog. And please do not discuss office matters through blogs. Please be very careful of the language you are using on the blog. It should not be offending, aggressive, or abusive. So these are the issues you should take care when you are writing a blog, right? So this is what your e-learning content is. Can you understand e-learning,
Yes,
Moodle, blog, social networking, wiki, collaborations, right? So these are the things you should know. So what will be asked in from this is about e-learning. They can ask you or short note on e-learning. They will ask you what is e-learning and all that. So you can write a short note on that. Like what they have given you questions in the check progress. Like here they have given what is e-learning. Compare e-learning courses with traditional on-campus courses. right? So first you have to write the definition, and then you have to compare what e-learning courses are and what traditional courses are, right? On the campus, what they give. How do e-learning classes work? Right? How is e-learning useful for universities? What is Wiki? How is it useful? And what is Moodle? Right? This is what they have asked you. And here, in this part, they are asking, why is collaboration used on internet? What are different ways of sharing information through internet, and explain the advantages of blogging. So for check progress question, the answers are also given. Like e-learning is electronic based learning that uses latest technology to support the delivery of training or education. E-learning, as far as reach and access is concerned, provides better opportunities for the learner. In addition, if e-learning uses content and learner management system, then can provide useful tips for teachers about the learners and useful of content. E-learning can also support interactive. First of e-learning need not necessarily be conducted as a classroom lecture on the internet. It may be a recorded lecture or a session in which student undertakes a study of learning content created for. So they have given e-learning content thing only, details about that. Then the second question, the collaborations help in share. The second check progress question, first, second, third, they have given the collaboration and what all other services you can use for information sharing and what is blogging. So that is what they have answered. Right? Any problems in this? Any problems?
No, ma'am.
Acha, whatever. Now this is your last theory class. We can also discuss many things in the practical also. That will be that's not an issue. I'm just asking you a question. That whatever we have studied up till now, is there anything which you are having a doubt in? Any issues you are facing? Have you gone through your content in the books?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you facing any problems while reading it or while going through the content?
No, ma'am. It's easy, ma'am.
And all of you have marked your attendance on the chat box?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Mark your attendance, just write your name and enrollment number in the chat box. Okay.
Ma'am, for the practical parts, what software should we install on our
MS
PC?
Office. MS Office.
Can we use Google Docs instead of MS Office?
You can use, but generally your features are of MS Office only. Generally, the shortcut keys can work on Google Docs also.
Ma'am, we can use 365, right? The free version.
You can use that.
Okay, then. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other issues? For Linux commands, there are Linux commands also. For that, we will be taking an online operating system. No, not to worry about that. So I will tell you which online operating system you can take, and you can run your commands on that online operating system.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other issues? Is everybody comfortable or have problem in what I was teaching in?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Any problems you were having? Rushikesh?
No, ma'am. No problem.
What else do you want to discuss? Yes, Sonal?
Ma'am, while completing assignments of mathematics.
I am not able to hear your voice.
Hello.
Speak.
hear me now, ma'am?
Little bit. You can say what you were saying.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask you that when we are completing our assignment on basic mathematics, can we use answers which is given in PDF, which is from IGNOU?
You can use that. You can use that.
Assignment guidelines is given that you can use
What?
in IGNOU assignment guidelines.
You can use the content of your PDF, no problem. Online content is also not a problem, and PDF content is also not a problem.
But will it affect some marks if we are copying?
What?
If we are
See,
copying
copying, you are not copying from somebody else, na?
no, from our book
Right.
only.
You are writing your own content, whether you are writing it from online based or you are writing it from PDF, you are writing your own content, finding out the answers. You're not copying from somebody else, so it's not a problem.
Yes, ma'am, but in guidelines, assignment guidelines, it is given you cannot copy, otherwise if we are copying from PDF, it will affect on marks.
No, it doesn't matter. See, certain lines you can change. You can change your own way. Certain formats you can change your own way. Right? Like examples you can change your own way. Definition you can copy, no problems.
Okay, ma'am, thank you so much.
See, for that already IGNOU, I have already told the IGNOU authorities that some people are not getting their FEG subject in the LMS portal. I've already done that. I'll inform them again that there is no submit button and some of them are also not having some subjects. Again, I'll inform. You all have given your queries in the, they have given you a Google form. Have you given your queries on the Google form?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
they will be working on the things which you have given in the Google form. They will be working on that. Don't worry. And if you are not able to submit it, they will give you time. Because that is not your issue, that is their issue. Don't worry. Anything else? Everybody has put their attendance. Anybody is left to put their attendance in the chat box? Complete your things, whatever. See, from tomorrow, your practical classes are starting. Generally, practical attendance is mandatory. 70% attendance is mandatory, right? So, I'm just telling you one thing that whatever issues, whatever you go through your course content in the PDF, if you are having any problem still, we can discuss it in the practical class also. Right. Otherwise, for binary number system and all that, I've given you the PDF in the group, so you must have seen that. So then, I don't think so there will be any issue in that job.
Now, when we will have practical class?
What?
When we will have practical class?
From tomorrow onwards, you will be having practical. Today is your last theory class, which we have finished. 9 sessions were there in BCS-011, that is PC software and basic computer and PC software. So today is your last theory class, and from tomorrow onwards, you will be having practical classes. BCSL 30. L means lab.
Okay, ma'am.
Any
Ma'am,
other? Yeah.
just one question. This is the mandatory to attend the practical class from the PC or?
See, 70% attendance is mandatory. Generally, this is what the university has guidelines.
Mhm.
Suppose there are 20 sessions in your practical lab, so you have to attend at least 14. 14 or 15, 70% attendance.
Yes,
He has
correct.
to.
If he has to do it on PC, can he log in from mobile and just see what's going on,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
you can
do it
log
when
in
he
from
gets the
your
time on
mobile,
PC?
but if you want to practice, then you need a PC.
Okay.
So for
Right.
this semester, ma'am, only your class are the practical ones.
Yeah, for this semester, only my class is practical one, and in the second semester, you will have 2 practical labs. So many of you must be knowing about Word, Excel, PowerPoint, how to work on that, but that is what we will be doing, right? And Outlook.
Yes.
And there will be, see, I cannot show you how to format a system, but there are, you must be having the lab book. You can download the lab book from your LMS portal. So the first unit has about operating system. So what is an operating system? And different what is a desktop icons and all that. That will be there. My computer and all that. That is there. Then how to format operating? I think they have given you XP. Windows XP, they are formatting on the system. So they have given you steps. So see, I am not recommending that you format your system, but the steps are given to you, right? So you can follow that if somebody wants to, but that is for Windows XP, not latest Windows 10 or something like that, the older version. And then for Linux also, they are installing Fedora Linux, right? So I can show you one thing when we will be doing Linux. So I'll just share my screen. So you have one of the online thing you can use is JS Linux, right? JS space Linux. Press enter. So the first website comes is ballard.org, JS Linux Fabrice Ballard. Just click on that, right? And you will have a Fedora one. You can Fedora 33. You can take it. So here there are different versions of Linux you can work on, but we are taking Fedora and we are click here. And an online operating system will open with the prompt of the Linux hash prompt will come. There are 2 kinds of prompts. One is hash, one is $prompt. So, hash prompt means you have logged in as a root user, and $prompt means you have logged in as a normal user. So this hash prompt is coming. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And this tilde symbol means you are at your home directory. Here your directories, and in Linux the root is slash. Slash symbol is the root, which is the main grandparent of all the directories. And under that you have different kinds of directories, db, etc, bin and all that. So under that you also have your home directory, that is user name, the name of the user who with which you have logged in. So you can see the present working directory, that is pwd, present working directory. The present working directory is, this slash is the grandparent, and the present working directory we are working on is /root. Under the slash we are working on the root. That means the root username is root only. So that is there. right? So this will be the one where we will be writing our commands and working. You understand? JSX, and under that bellard.org website, and we are working on Fedora. So anybody who has already worked on Linux and knows the commands, they can also do it on these things. So we will be doing that tomorrow. Not a problem, right? And your book which is there is your lab manual. So this is unit 1. So unit 1 is having operating system, right? So operating system, they are talking about what is an operating system, and they are familiarizing you with the ports, the motherboard, computer and motherboard, right? So motherboard, what all things are there on the motherboard, what are there, the things on the expansion slots and all that. They are talking about fan and all that, they are showing you. So there, that is there. So this is your motherboard, and what all things are there on your motherboard. So that is they are talking about. Then your CPU, memory, input output ports are there, ports and connectors through which you connect to the devices. Like this is your PS2 or keyboard port or mouse port, and this is your coaxial output port. Coaxial cable port was also there earlier. Optical output is this. Parallel port is this for printers and all nowadays. So you have USB printer. So this is USB port, right? This is LAN port. This is your rear speaker and subwoofer speakers, microphone port. These are given to you, right? So input output devices, they are talking about the keyboard, the mouse, which you also have, and the shortcut keys which you have for the keyboard. Control A means selection of all the content. Control B is bold. Control C is copy. Control E is aligning the text to the center. Control F is find. Control I is italic. J is align the text justified. That means Control K is insert a link, and Control L is align the text left align. Control M is indent the paragraph. Control P is print for printing the document. Control plus spacebar means reset highlighted text to default font. Whatever was default, you can reset that. Control plus L means space, the control plus 1 means single space line. Control plus 2 means double space line. Control plus 5 means 1.5 line spacing. Control plus Alt plus 1 means changes text to heading 1. Control plus Alt plus 2 changes text to heading 2. Control plus Alt plus 3 changes text to heading 3. Control Alt plus Control plus F2. So these are the different shortcut keys they have given. You can go through that. All the shortcut keys are there on whatever you have on the keyboard. Then you about the mouse they are telling you. So you have a left click, double click, right click, drag and drop, whatever features your mouse are providing. Then they are talking about the memory. This is your RAM, random access memory, your hard disk, right? They are showing you the different components of the system they are showing. Then they are talking about the what is an operating system, and they are talking about Windows XP operating system, and how much minimum configuration you require to install Windows XP, right? Then Windows installation procedure, they are telling you if you want to install XP on your system, that you can start your PC, right? And you have to go to the BIOS, right? Some systems have delete key, or some system have some other key, enter key, depends on the system's configuration. So you press that key, and then your BIOS comes, and you have to press you can select the CD-ROM, and if it is already selected, then you don't go to the what you say BIOS. Just insert the CD, restart your system, and when it asks for press any key to boot from CD, just press enter, right? And then there will, at this stage, it will ask you to press F6. Press S to specify that you want to install additional devices. You will be asked to insert floppy disk drive. So all the steps they are telling you. Then your hard disk and all that. Then your end user license you have to agree. Then if you want to partition your disk, then how will you partition the disk? So this is what they are telling. Then it will start installing XP, and then you can put your network and language and other things and the product key. So this the time setting and all that you can do, and then you can also make your username and password, and then your XP starts, right? And if you have drivers for different like LAN card driver, your sound drive, audio driver, so you can also install that. Then what is a desktop, taskbar and all that they are talking about, how to move a window, change window from one to the other. With the tab key you can do that, right? So the my documents and all that they are just showing you. So you can go through this, so you can just go through it. Then they are installing the Linux operating system, the Linux of Fedora. So how they are installing, they have given you steps, right? So that you can install if you want. But for that you need to have the Linux Fedora CD. So what the users you can create. Then these are the commands. These we will some of the commands we will be doing. So we will talk about the commands tomorrow, the Linux commands, right? So this is what we will be doing. So you have your practical lab book. Just download it. So you have different units in that. So first unit is this one. Yeah. Who all have raised the hand? Sandeep and yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, ma'am. I want to know, like, how is the exam conducted for practical?
Practical exams, I don't know how they will conduct, whether they will be conducted at the centers available at your place, state-wise. I don't know how they will conduct the practical exam. Exactly, I have no idea.
Wanted to know, like, if we have to remember the commands or it will be purely practical.
See, generally it is practical only. If I'll show you, if you go to the GNU website, I've shown you the theory papers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I've shown you from where you access the theory papers. For the practical papers, you just give your code. Right, because from 2020 the papers are conducted online medium, that is Viva based, right? From 2020, earlier there were question papers. Do you understand?
Okay.
So question have to be solved, and Viva was also asked. So suppose I want to download some paper of suppose December 2018. I'm just downloading that paper. Right, I open that paper. So this is your paper. So execute the following command. See, so the above 5 questions carrying 80 marks, the rest 20 marks are for the Viva course. So you have to do it on the system or whatever if there is no Linux system, then you have to write what does this man command do, right? So man, find, more, compare. So these are the commands you have to run. Then display a sorted list of all files in the home directory. Write all the steps to add extra RAM. Create a PowerPoint presentation on important features of Windows OS. Create a spreadsheet to calculate percentage change between January to June sales. And you are required to create a worksheet in appropriate format for sample labels and data. Also create a bar chart. Create a 2-page document. So these are the questions you at earlier. This was the thing which was happening in 2000 up to 2019. After when COVID came, so the students were not called, so it was Viva based.
Thank
Right?
you. Yeah, thank you.
So this is what is right now happening. Anything else? Who else have raised the hand? So should we end the class? You will have 7 o'clock Eco 01. That will be another class. You can log in at that time if everybody has put their attendance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anurag, you have no idea what is Viva? Is Anurag there?
Ma'am,
Hanji,
I'm asking how they conduct that.
the Viva means that you will be asked questions. Right? If Viva based
And they will conduct on Google Meet, or do we have an?
Google Meet, they will only arrange it. They will make a Google Meet link and they will give it to you. And if it is Viva based, then they will give the Google link. You have to log in. For 10 minutes, your Viva will be there and then you can go.
Oh.
If
Thank you,
if in that format they will take. Yes, Sonal.
Ma'am, can you give us any estimated date when we will be having exam wise and practical exam?
When you will have that?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I can't say that. I'm not sure when will your exams will be conducted, because your session was January session, na? Right. So in generally the exams are conducted 2 times in IGNOU, that is in June and in December. Right. But because that's what I'm saying. Because of COVID, the admission has been late for the last 2 years, and the course is also conducted late. So the theory exams, I don't know about the online medium, but about the descriptive papers which were held offline were held right now in March. Right? For the December paper, they were held in March. So I don't think so. In June they will be able to conduct the exam. In August, July or August, they will be conducting the exams. No, for the time being, they see. Even if you are giving the exam in August, they will say it is the June 2022 exam.
Yes.
Right? The session will be that will remain the same. They will say June 2022. Yeah, it will remain the same. Even if you give it in, even if the date sheet says that the exam is conducted from 1st August to whatever is the date. So the exam is for June 2022. Right? Yeah, that's the academic thing. Right, so don't worry, they will announce it. Whether you will have online exam objective based, then they will announce the dates for that. That is a separate issue. You are not concerned with the all India level of examination of this offline mode, right? If online is there, then online people will have a separate date sheet, I think. Right? Anything else? Should we end the class today, or any other doubt? Any other doubt anybody is having? Should we end the class today?
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Take care.
Thank
Then
you.
we'll meet tomorrow in the practical again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Take care. And log in at 7 o'clock for the other class you have.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.